This is the SS710R or the SS850R. That means 28-inch or 32-inch ride-on floor scrubber. Depending on what machine you get, you will get either a 28-inch or a 32-inch machine. Both machines are 31 gallons of solution and recovery capacity. Both machines deliver up to 80 pounds of down pressure. You can notice you can keep the squeegee assembly tucked on the rear of the machine during transport or in between cleans. Here are your controls. You have the key on. Two indicators at the top. The first one lets you know that the recovery tank is full, and this one lets you know the solution tank is getting empty. This is how you remove and install your pad drivers or brushes, which we'll show you here in a minute. You can control your output of water, less, more. There's your horn. Forward and reverse. Switch is here. You have your speed control dial, which is the speed of the machine during transport and cleaning. You have your pedal that makes the machine go forward and reverse. And on this side, there is no actuator on this machine. It is a manual deck drop. So we'll show you here in a minute, when you sit on this and lower this, this will actually lower the deck manually. So you don't have to worry about an actuator or anything else like that. Here you have your circuit breakers, safety or your emergency stop switch, and your onboard charger. Here we're going to open up clamshell the machine to access the battery compartment. So you can simply lift your seat up. A few things to call out about this compartment. This is where your fresh water goes. This one right here. Here you can store additional things, maybe your onboard charger cord, maybe some rags, you can put that in here. And then this gives you access straight down to the battery. It's extremely important to remember when you're filling this machine, you only fill in the solution tank here. If you dump water into here or here, that gives you direct access to the batteries. We are not watering batteries with chemicals and clean water. Speaking of batteries, push this switch here, tilt it back. This comes with two 45 amp hour AGM maintenance-free batteries. Here's your vacuum motor. Your recovery tank is on top here. You can simply lift this off and put it to the side. This gives you access to your recovery tank. It's very simple to get in here and clean and hose out when you're breaking the machine down. This filter right here protects your vac motor. You will occasionally need to take this out and remove dust, debris. Just make sure it does not go back in soaking wet. You want this to go back in dry. And then don't forget this lid, because this machine will never recover water if it's missing this lid. Now we're going to show you how to remove the pad driver or the brush. So with the side skirts uninstalled, again, you should wear gloves because there's no telling what kind of debris you have under here, but for the sake of the video, you get your hands under here, you go counterclockwise to release, and then you go clockwise to reconnect. Now we're going to reattach the side squeegee skirts. Again, make sure this slides in between each knob. And on the other side, you do the exact same thing. So here's the rear of the machine. It has a section that you can hang the squeegee assembly on during transport, storage, what have you. Simply lift off to reattach the squeegee assembly. You have these wing nuts. Move your hose out of the way. Simply line this up. We want a fingertip tightness. We don't want this too tight, because in the event you catch the corner of a building or a hallway, you want this squeegee assembly to break off so the machine itself doesn't break. And then when the squeegee is on, you simply attach your recovery hose. To remove the squeegee, you take these knobs like so. Changing your blades. This is considered the front. You have a knob here and a knob here. Simply loosen, which will release the pressure on this band. You'll be able to flip and rotate this. On the opposite side, you have a single clamp that once you release that, you're able to rotate and flip the rear squeegee. Down here underneath this machine, you have a few things. You have your solution filter. One of the most common calls we get is, my machine is not putting water out. Generally, it's because we are not emptying the solution tank and allowing, in some cases, hard water and chemical detergent to build up in this filter. What you can do here, this closes the water, so you can simply take this off. A little bit of water is going to come out, not the end of the world. And then you have a mesh filter that you can clean. If it's really corroded, you can soak it in a vinegar water solution for a few minutes to break up that calcification. Simply reattach. Very important to go back to the open position on that lever, because if you don't, this machine will not put out water. This is how you empty the solution tank. Make sure you're at a floor drain, or maybe you're outside, because as soon as you unscrew this cap, all the water from the clean water tank is going to dump out.